Yo guys, welcome to another video, and you already see it in the background. We have 3 Mark 3s here in the shop. Mark 3 day, you could say. We have an original Mark 3 GTI, VR6 Syncro, and of course the VR6 Time Capsule. 3 completely different cars with 3 completely different things needs to be done. And of course the white Corrado. I cannot watch the car too much today because I really want to go further on that car. But I still want to show it to you guys real quick. Holy shit guys. Really, really nice. But that's not what this video is about. This video will be about these 3 Mark 3s. This one is from my girlfriend. She got a little accident on the highway. Something flew on the front of her car. We got a little dent here in the hood, and also the headlight is completely fucked. So we're going to change the headlight for the Mark IV Lux original Hellas. This was a real common headlight back in the days. They were used very much in these Mark IIIs, but I still think it will be a very great upgrade. Also the fog light is broken. But overall, it's a very nice car in very good condition. We got the pepper pots on it, Recaro interior. Yeah, really, really nice daily. And then we have these other two VR6s. Yeah, man. To be fair, in my opinion, this is the real golden era of Volkswagen. And of course, I like the Mark 1s and the Mark 2s. But when the Mark III came out with those VR6s, man, the hot hatch era, the 6-cylinder engine in a hatchback, and also an engine so small. Nowadays, a VR6 is not that fast if you compare it to a normal car on the road, but the sound of those 12-valve engines, and yeah, back in the day, these were called the Porsche killers. Do you remember that? Yeah, man. So these 2 cars are from the same owner. The silver VR6 original Syncro. It needs maintenance, it needs service on the engine, it needs brakes on the front and the rear, and also complete checkup. Very, very nice car, and also completely in original condition. And then we have the Time Capsule. Yeah, man, that car needs a little bit more. That car was parked for 15 years, guys. So I also want to show you guys in this video what really needs to be done on a car that's parked for so long. But to be fair, you really need to hate it or love it. But I can say I really dig it. The Chameleon color, the complete clean look, without door handles and everything. It has got like Lamborghini doors. It's, yeah, like I said, hate it or love it. I think 10 years ago, more or less, it seemed really outdated to have a car in this tuning style, let's say it like that. But I think the styling of cars is really coming back, or at least the appreciation of the tuning from back in the days. Yeah, man, really, really like the car. So 3 Mark IIIs, 3 jobs to do. And I want those 3 cars gone within 3 days, let's say it like that. So we can go further on that Corrado, man. Or maybe even the Mark I from Prera. So let's just start on the headlight and the optical part of this Golf, so it will be ready to be driven again. And let's go further afterwards on the silver Mark III VR6. So no time to waste. I appreciate you guys watching, and let's jump straight into it. The black Mark 3 GTI is all back together, and I'm really excited because I really like those hella clear headlights, especially because I mounted the yellow lamps in it. I don't know if you guys can see how yellow it really is. Maybe if I change the contrast a little, but I can tell, guys, they are really yellow. Yeah, I really like it. Maybe this is not really the kind of video like the fab work that you guys are used to from me, but I thought with all those Mark 3s here in the shop, why not make a video about it, right? At least it's a GTI, it's a very nice car if you ask me. And yeah, but this car is ready to go back on the road again. So let's just go further on this silver VR6. But first, I want to show you guys a little bit of the exhaust sound of the GTI before we go to the other beasts, 6-cylinder beasts. I really like the sound of the GTI. I think it's not too loud, a little bit sporty, because of course it is a GTI, and from stock they are very quiet. So I think it's a good sound for a daily car. But of course not in comparison with these two cars. Even if you compare them with each other, they make completely different sounds. This is electronical ignition, and I think it has a complete original exhaust and only aftermarket rear muffler. And the Chameleon Mark III is rotor ignition and has a completely stainless steel exhaust, also with double end tips. I think it would be nice in this video to at least let you guys hear the sound of also those two VR6s, so you really can compare the sounds of those three Golfs. This one is looking like stock, like simply two exhaust tips, stainless steel muffler, and of course this car needs a 90's exhaust. Yeah, but it fits the style of the car. So we're going to do some maintenance on the VR6, on the Syncro VR6, spark plugs, oil, filters, and that kind of stuff. And yeah, let's check the underside, because I'm also very curious about, it is a car like 30 years old, more or less. I think a little bit less, 28, 27 years, something like that, but this car is in very, very good condition. I'm not sure if it's original paint. It looks like it. I think this car has seen a lot of garage parking, let's say it like that. But yeah, let's quickly check the underside of the car and check if it needs some TLC. So, first view, of course, it has a little bit of surface rust, but nothing too special. It also has the stainless steel braces for the tank. I really like that. But yeah, like I said, it has a completely original exhaust, only the rear muffler. Also, this is stainless steel. So from the cat back, it's aftermarket, and the rest is original. But yeah, the condition is very good, because those Mark IIIs, they also have lots of problems with the underside of the car. Yeah, no, this car is in very good condition. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with maintenance on the engine, do the front brakes and the rear, and yeah, give you guys a little bit of an exhaust sound, and then we're going to put the Chameleon Golf on the lift and check what needs to be done on a car that's parked 15 years, guys. So let's just jump straight into it. Let's go. I really like the sound of those VR6s, especially the 12 valve engines in those Mark 3s and Corrados. Those VR6s were a real game changer back in the day. So I already put the purple Golf on the lift. Check out that Lamborghini doors, man. Holy shit. Yeah. So let's put the lift up. Check the underside of the car. I already checked it, of course, and it amazed me because also this chassis is not crusty at all. I know from experience that those Mark 3s can be very bad on the underside, especially on the points where the jack stand normally goes. They can be very, very crusty. And this car was parked for a long time. I also think it was parked for more or less 1 or 2 years outside. And I think that gave it the finishing touch. It has surface rust, of course, but I will show you guys, I give you guys an overview of the underside of the car like I did on the silver one. So yeah, let's check it out, guys. Yeah, like you see, it's not bad at all. It's dirty, it has some surface rust, but nothing major, guys. Not at all. First I thought it had a complete stainless steel exhaust, but it's only the rear muffler. It has the original damper right here and the catalytic converter. And it also had underglow. I don't think it's working anymore, but I also saw it here on the rear axle. But yeah, it's not in too bad of shape. We need to make a quick list, a complete checkup of the things that needs to be done. But the car runs very well. Also the alternator is not charging, so the battery is not charging, the alternator is not working. Need to figure that out real quick. But I will start the car for a moment. Even when it's cold and it's on idle, it sounds very good, guys. That's how a VR6 supposed to sound, right? So the sound of the purple VR6 is so different than the silver one, right? But I want to start with the brakes of the car. I'm going to remove those wheels and inspect the brake discs and the lines. And I already ordered some new brake pads because they need to be changed out for sure. And I also afterwards want to completely flush the brake fluid, because after all those years it's not very safe to drive. And also the clutch pedal, it loses pressure sometimes, it sticks to the ground, you need to pump it a little to build up pressure. Of course it can also be the master or the slave cylinder on the gearbox, but brake fluid needs to be changed out anyway, so that's what I want to start with first. And I also came to the conclusion that after the Black GTI left the shop, we have still 3 Mark 3s here in the shop, 3 VR6s even. I totally forgot that I still have a Mark 3 VR6 on the attic. Oh man, also that car really needs some love. This is the purple Mark 3 is really 90s style, and my dark Mulberry edition VR6 is early 2000s. Afterwards, after the polyester bumpers and everything, you got the clean look. Remember that? Clean bumpers. It also has the extended hood and clean trunk, but not that clean as this one. Just a little lip to lower before the license plate. Audi TT dash and everything, custom interior. It's a real nice car. We bought that car even just for the supercharger that was on it, to mount it on the VR6, the yellow VR6 track car that we had. Before it was naturally aspirated, we built it to supercharger, and now it's a drag race VR6 turbo. So also that car came a long way, but that car also really needs some love, man. But yeah, like I said, going to start with the brakes, going to remove those wheels, and I take you guys with me on what we will find. So yeah, man, let's go. So the purple Golf is as good as finished. I did the first warm-up of the engine. It went without any problems, no oil leaks or coolant leaks. Also the cool van turned on how it needs to work. But yeah, the engine runs very well. We did an oil change, put a new pump inside the car because, like I said, the pump was really making a whining noise. And when the engine was finally warmed up, I gave you guys a second sound check, a little bit more in RPM, but I really like the sound of this purple VR6. Even with all the dampers, it sounds very, very nice. So we completely did the brakes. We did the brake lines and we refurbished the existing discs because, like you see, they have no edges or anything. I removed the rust, the surface rust, painted the calipers, new brake pads also on the rear. We mounted new calipers on the rear. Yeah, very promising. Even for a car that's standing so long, it's in very good condition. I think it's because I think it was parked for more or less 15 years. And when my friend bought the car from the previous owner, he had it for 12 or 13 years in the garage. And the last 2 or 3 years it was parked outside. So I think the last 3 years really, yeah, gave it the cream on the cake, you know, like service rust wise. But I went into a little problem. I was busy with bleeding the brakes. And yeah, you also saw the messy crap that came out of the lines. Holy shit, it really needed a flush. But I came to the conclusion that the left rear and the right front will not give me any fluid out of the caliper, not even a drip. So the right rear and the left front is giving brake fluid, but right front, left rear doesn't. I think because this has like an older generation ABS pumps. And I also checked inside and the ABS light was turning on. I removed the cap, they taped the connector beside it, so it has ABS error for sure, but I cannot find my OBD1 connector to read it with VCDS. But I think the the ABS pump is giving me a hard time at this moment. It can be the master cylinder, but because this type of master cylinders has only 2 exits and the ABS pump splits it to 4 wheels, I think it's the ABS pump that is failing on us. But overall, very great car. So yeah, I want to end this video by finishing this purple Golf. And yeah, leave in a comment below if you liked the Mark III content. The next video will be about the white Corrado, maybe the brown Mark I, or maybe another barn find that I have parked outside here in the shop. So I will think about it what the next video will be, but I want to thank you guys for watching the video. And yeah man, to say it again, I'm glad to be back. There is a lot more to come, some awesome projects. So make sure to subscribe on the channel, and I see you guys in the next one. Ciao!